Okay, so just tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is McCormack. I am in 4th year Science Ed and I'm running for DP Welfare in this year's elections.
What do you think sets you apart from the other candidates?
Well, for the time being, what I have in my manifesto, everything there, I can near enough guarantee it. Near enough. I would feel very confident about my manifesto. I did not include anything out of this world, and anything that seems out of this world, talk to me and I will inform you of how it's possible and how it's in place at the moment and ready to go.
And what attributes do you possess that could contribute to the role as welfare officer?
Well, I am open-minded. I am, generally easygoing, so I would think that I myself am very approachable, and that is very necessary for any welfare officer. People that are coming in with any issues, they need to be able to talk with the person that's there. They can't feel that they're unable to relate to them or whatever. I do feel that I am understanding, because I have been, first to 4th year, I'm in 4th year now. Each and every year I have been just an average student. I have been in need on so many occasions, and I just know what they're feeling, especially if, financially. Financially, like I support myself from start to finish. I don't have any supports. I did apply for all the local and national grants that were available. I came into the Students' Union. I tried applying for the Student Assistance Fund, but unfortunately all of them were unsuccessful. And at the end of each year, without fail, I've been eating beans on toast for dinner. And I know that there's a lot of students out there that feel that way too, that are in this situation. Also, I do know what it feels like to feel alone or isolated, because majority of the time, like, people could be asking me, am I coming out, and each time I'd have to say no because the money isn't there. I have to feed myself. It takes, first and foremost, like, you gotta eat. So I do believe, overall, I think I am understanding, enthusiastic, open-minded, and I just think I will be there, and hopefully students will feel that too.
So what's your biggest priority for the year in terms of your manifesto?
My biggest priority, personally, is mental health. Now, every year that I've been in college anyway, and from just looking at other colleges and what they have to offer, it's usually only 1 week dedicated towards mental health, and I believe that is just simply not enough. There isn't enough awareness about the services available. There isn't, people don't know that they're able to go into the welfare office and just simply talk. They need to know that it's going to be confidential. Now, with mental health for the year, I hope to continue an online blog that Katrina is working on at the moment. I believe it's absolutely critical to get information out there periodically throughout the year. Have people just linking it to different pages, different UL pages, so people will see it, even if they don't like the status or like the group that is on Facebook at the moment, that they will be able to see it. They will be able to reach out. They will know any symptoms, any services that are available, and they will know that I'm there to talk to if they want to. The online blog that I'm suggesting, I want people to be able to post anonymously, so that we can deal with them online if they're not willing to come in to the office to me, if they don't have time. Some people aren't sure, and I just want to give them that peace of mind. Currently, Katrina has the welfare team in there this year anyway. That was our biggest achievement, and I want to keep that going. It is fantastic. There is about 30 people in there at the moment, and a good number of them are qualified to give mental health advice, and that is critical. So between 30 of them there and myself, we can take on a phenomenal number of students, and we could, let's say, adopt usernames and just kind of look after them, to point them in the right direction. These are the services that are available. Counselling service is very busy. They're usually 3 days straight, hard to get a booking, and after that you mightn't be available. You might forget about it. So we would also be able to show counselling services available close to campus but not far off, so you are able to reach it. And that's it.
Very good. What are some of your other ideas for the year should you be elected?
Now, a big one for myself, I mentioned earlier on that I had issues financially, just having a proper meal a day. Now, one of my main things is bringing in, it's actually an outside organisation. You can look up more information if you need to on collegedinners.ie. Now, what they do is they provide inexpensive, high quality dinners, and they deliver. They will deliver to each student accommodation. They wouldn't be cooked. They will give you the ingredients, and then if you go online, you can find out a video tutorial on how to put everything together, step-by-step instructions. Between the two of them, you'll be fine. They work out at €3 per dinner, and you can pay online. You can pay online the week before. You can pay online at the start of the term for the whole year, if you want to. And just peace of mind, you're going to be fed. You're going to have at least one dinner. Some people leave the walls at home by accident. Big mistake, but it happens. Rag Week. Priority for a good number of people is drinking and socialising and just being around campus and making use of everything that's there. Donating to charity, obviously a big thing as well. But they don't eat properly. If you set €12 aside before Rag Week, you will have a dinner Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Guaranteed. It's there for you. You don't need to worry about it. On Friday, they don't give any dinners for Friday because most people go home on Friday. Just the way it is. On another point that I would like to raise is the goating. Now, this has been done before, regularly, from what I have heard throughout the years. And from what I have heard from other people, I have never known this was going on. That the person that was doing the goating, they might, let's say, sit in a cafe at 9 o'clock, post to the UL page that I'm going to be here for the next half hour, come in and talk to me. Now, personally, as a student, if I was walking into college at 9 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't have been monitoring the UL pages. I'd be going in, grab a coffee and get to lecture. If I was coming in at 9, I'd be sleeping in. Simple as. I wouldn't have time to talk to him. And if I didn't know about him and he was staring at me coming through the door, I would feel uncomfortable. So what I want to do, just between 20 to 9 and 10 past 9, start at any position around campus, let's say at Thomond, Ellen Park, Groody, wherever. Walk with the students into college. Talk with them. Like they might be messing with their phone, might have earphones in, that's fine. Like there's going to be a lot of them. And you will touch base and find out what's actually going on with the students. And if I make a note, one note a day, and if I see any trends, I said this needs to be addressed and needs to be addressed now, because it's an issue for a lot of students. Of course, if there are any major issues pop up, I will let them know that I am in my office. Door will be open. Come on in. I'm here.
What do you feel will be your biggest challenge for the year?
The biggest challenge for the year for me, I feel, will be, well, to be honest, I think it's just going to be cooperating with the welfare team. Not because I have trouble cooperating with the people, it's because I just want to get them to trust me. I want to keep them involved. Then after that, it may be the app that I suggested. But the app that I suggested is just to be able to find your lectures, your lecturers, services available around campus a lot easier. What most people don't know is that there is already an app there, and it is for the first 7 weeks. I have downloaded it, I have tried it, it's very hard to use. First years coming in can't use that. I can't use that, I'm in 4th year. I don't understand it and I know the buildings. So all I want to do is kind of upgrade that. It would be very expensive. Like, I did look around to see, just start an app from scratch. They wanted 10 grand deposit. I don't have that. I'm never going to have that. Won't look at it. But if it's just an upgrade, I think it's very plausible. And I have tried to get in contact with the developer, but they had no response just as yet, so I'll have to hunt in now, which will be difficult. Maybe.
And what aspect of this position excites you the most?
Being able to help someone every time. just being there for someone. Like I know I've said this before, but I know how it feels like to feel isolated and alone and just like no one to turn to. And I know it's the same for a lot of people out there. There's just some things on your mind that you can't share with people. Like you don't know who to talk to, who to turn to. Like even at home, like let's say I had an issue, I wouldn't know whether or not to tell my parents, because they might either blow it out of proportion or they blow it off and they'd say, like, the general Irish attitude is, you're grand. That's not right. If you have any issues, you need to be able to talk to someone, and I want to be that person. I will be there for you.
Well, what do you feel is the biggest welfare issue here in UL?
Now, from talking with Katrina, I do feel that is the mental health. These statistics out there show that mental health issues are on the rise in the Irish population, and they're getting worse. They're getting worse, and a minority of students, I would imagine. No, a minority of students actually seek help and seek advice. Whoever's up in that counselling office, I know I've been talking to students. They don't want to go to the council. They don't want to go to the counselling office if they had an issue, because if they did, they won't want to be seen. They don't want other people to know. They want to keep it private. So that's where the blog comes in. That's where my open door comes in.
Okay. And is there anything that you feel that separates you from the other candidates?
Well, I haven't actually seen the other candidates' manifesto. I think it was only approved this morning. But everything on my manifesto, I feel passionate about. I think everything on my manifesto I can do, I want to do, and I will strive to achieve it.
And is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes. On Thursday, you're going to have the opportunity to vote for the people that are going to represent you in the union. If you don't vote, you won't have your say, your voice won't be heard, and you mightn't have someone there to do what you need doing, I suppose.
Okay.
So please vote on Thursday.
Cheers.